Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. I'm back. Hey, y'all. I am back. Welcome to yet another. Welcome yet to another Love Talk with Keisha. I don't know why I was nervous, but I was a little nervous, y'all. But I am here. I am back. I am excited yet to have a great conversation about, again, another great topic. I like to choose those things that we can discuss and talk about and grow and transition from and transform from. So tonight, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me give you my opening first. Welcome to Love Talk with Keisha. This show is based on experience, growth, and maturity. I am your host, Lakeisha Jenkins. I'm a coach, a speaker, a author, and a mentor. I love connecting through any of my services, which involve life transformational coaching, prayer calls, purpose calls, t-shirt ministry, and any of my books. There are three. The first one, Pain, Prayer, and Purpose, Seeking a Breakthrough, which is just a bio of my life. You can get to know me for yourself and not through no one else. The second one, same title, Pain, Prayer, and Purpose, a motivational guide for women seeking a breakthrough. This is a guideline for you to help you through your own self journey and your own discovery, healing process, whatever it is. And then the last one, which I am a co author from, In Recovery Rising from the Ruins, stories of restoration and resilience. Those three books. This show is being presented on behalf of Self Love Ministry, which promotes self love awareness in regards to us being able to love ourselves unconditionally, especially through our challenges of seeking and needing to heal. I render conversation pertaining to discovering our brokenness and seeking new beginnings. We discuss issues surrounding all types of relationships, the lies, which are the people's opinions and judgments often against us, the lust, which is the pain, the trauma, and the effects that we endure on a day to day basis, and the lessons, the things that are meant to help us heal, recover, and survive. I render truth, testimony, and transparency about my own self journey and self discovery. During the show, questions are welcome through the comment section. After the show, you're welcome to send letters, suggestions, questions, all of that. They are welcome through my email, lovingme first_self love@yahoo.com. Loving me, the number one ST_self love@yahoo.com. So now let's have some love talk. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Um, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Once again, I am excited to be back and do what I love. I love to talk. I love to talk about change, growth, all of those wonderful things. So, yes, I am back again tonight. And tonight I want to talk about stimulating personal growth. Stimulating personal growth. You may ask, like, how did she come up with that and why she want to talk about that? Just something I chose. God gives me the direction in which I need to go. Um, and I just decided to talk about this, just always just reflecting on myself. A lot of topics come through conversation that I have with men, women. Um, God just gives it to me. So stimulating personal growth. One of the questions I ask in my post, hey Keisha, one of the questions that I asked in my post, and you all can respond. I learned how to pin in the comments section. So I'm going to pin this question for everybody to come in that they can see it. But I'm going to pin this in a minute. But my question to you, starting off tonight, is what area or have you challenged yourself? What area have you challenged yourself in the last 60 days? In the last 60 days, what area have you challenged yourself in the most? Okay. So I'm gonna try to pin that in the comment section because your girl know how to pin now. Okay. What um what area have you challenged yourself in the most in this last 60 days? Hmm. What area have you challenged yourself in the last 60 days? And I'm typing that in. What area have you challenged yourself in? Have you challenged yourself in the last, let's say, yeah, 60 days. 60 days. So if you was to think back, what area have you challenged yourself in within the last 60 days? And for me, y'all already know mine. Mine has been health. Mine has been health. I challenged myself in the health. I challenged myself. Oh, y'all, I pinned that thing. Yes, baby. Um, I have challenged myself in the health area. Um, and it has been so encouraging. What area have you challenged yourself in within the last 60 days? Yes, I have challenged myself in the health area, and it has been fun. It has become motivating because I measured myself today, and I lost like 2 inches for my workout that I've been doing in 2 weeks. So, yes, part of growth. That is a part of growth. And here are some good things about growth. Yes, Keisha, I got that, girl. I learned that last night. That was one of the things that I wanted to do, learn how to pen. So I went on YouTube and asked the question. Okay, so growth can do many things. And we're going to talk about more of the good side of growth tonight, but we're also going to talk about some challenges that come with growth as well. Growth attracts interest, okay? Growth attracts interest. That could be interest of people that see you pursuing, people that see you going about your daily life. They see that good change. They see you maturing. They see you, stepping up. Growth can attract interest in your relationship, your friends, your family, your coworkers, strangers. Growth can attract interest. Growth can also, one of the downsides of growth, as we all know, growth can also cause division. Hey, Alicia, growth can also cause division. Can cause division. And that's one of the big things about growth. A lot of people, you know, find it hard to step into that whole growth area because the image of what other people may say or what other people may think. So growth can cause division as well. But here's another good one. Growth can help you build your standards. They can help you build standards for yourself, and they can help you build standards for others. They can help you build standards for yourself and standards for others. I was reading the comments. I got a lot of things going on, y'all. I'm penning over here. I got my tablet on the side with my comments. I'm ready. Okay. So those are three opening things that I like to point out. It can attract interest. It can form division, and it can also build standards for yourself and others. Tonight, I just want to basically talk about the title, Stimulating Personal Growth. So what I did is I sat down and I just began to think about some benefits of exploring growth. I thought about myself. I thought about people that I talk to, what I hear them say. And I also Googled and did a little bit of research on this too. Um, Benefits of exploring growth. One of the benefits of exploring growth is it creates new opportunities. When you step into that whole growth mode, you are creating new opportunities for yourself. Here's one of the things I said I wanted to share. Y'all laughing at me. Here's one of the things I said I wanted to share. I wanted to share this. I had decided I didn't want to have any more kids. I always got stories, y'all. Always got stories and always got questions. Y'all know I got those two questions and stories. Because I want to connect with people. Um, I said I was done having kids. So, but I got pregnant with DeAndre in the end of 2016. And I was like kind of unsure. I was doubting myself, which way I was going to go with having this baby. And the growth that I endured with challenging myself mentally, the growth that I endured with, having faith and praying about my situation and all of those different things, that situation right there opened up a new opportunity for me. And the new opportunity for me was to feel good about being a mom again. Those of you that know my story, you know, my son, you know, um, passed away, and um, my son passed away. So I was like, wow, with that whole circumstance, I was just doubting myself as a mom because of how it all took place and what happened and how he passed away. But having DeAndre kind of like opened up a whole new opportunity because I challenged myself. Okay, I'm going to use this to get over my shame. I'm going to use this to get past my guilt. I'm going to use this to get past, how people may see me because of what they've heard or what they saw or what they think. So growth can also create new opportunities. It created new opportunities for me as a mom. And then I also said, as far as a relationship, personally, me, I always said because of me being with guys in the past and dealing with their, you know, um, children's mother and things like that. I said I would never date a man with kids. I ain't never date a man with kids because I ain't going through that drama and I ain't going through this and that. But grow, create, challenging myself again in the same area created opportunities for me to see there's nothing really wrong with dating someone that has kids and you know um, working through that whole situation with the child's mother or the child's father, things like that. It's just about how you present yourself and what your standards are for yourself. So those are some examples of new opportunities, how growth can present new opportunities. Because remember, I had said I wasn't going to date nobody with kids because of what I went through. But what I had to also realize is that that was the mindset that I was in at a younger age. Now I was older and I had to think differently. I had to create a better mindset for myself, and I had endured more growth than before. So my mindset changed. Growth can also become catchy and attracting. Um, Growth is a sign of maturity and it's a sign of gaining wisdom. And when I say catchy and attractive, I mean you can possibly meet your mate by just growing, them seeing that wisdom about you, them seeing that maturity, that mature side of you. Growth can also be catchy, y'all. It can be catchy, um, and it can be attracting. I am learning. I'm I always heard it, but in my own personal life, I am seeing that maturity and the wisdom, can take you very far just alone in your relationship. Despite the challenges that you may have in the beginning, the things that you may go through, um, wisdom and maturity, they can take you a long way in your relationship. It can actually help you find that balance that you need in your relationship because just you stepping out to grow and getting over some things and healing and finding yourself and loving yourself and all of those things, pursuing your goals, they can also help your mate as well. They can help your mate. So a lot of times we think that it's a done deal. We think that it's over. But sometimes it just takes some growth on either side. It just takes somebody to step out, to start, transitioning, transforming, and then the other person begin to see, okay, I see her, she look good, he look good, they doing their thing, and it draws you closer. They begin to see a different side of you. They begin to see that perseverance come out. They begin to see that excitement and that motivation come out. So now it begins to cause them to say, like, you know what? Okay, I I might want to do that too. I might want to get myself together too. And now both people become motivated and you take off. Okay? Growth can also become a recovery method to heal. Growth can become a recovery method to heal. Because here's the thing, we have to start at some point. We have to start somewhere. We have to gain our strength somewhere. We have to commit to ourselves. We have to say, I'm going to do this um, at some point. So, growth can also become a recovery method for us to heal. Growth can also build our confidence. Not also, growth will build your confidence because you will begin to recognize your inner worth and your inner value, and your confidence is going to take off. You know, your self esteem is going to take off. Your determination is going to take off. So, growth also builds your confidence. Growth, personal growth, will begin to speak for itself, as I said in the beginning of this video. It's something that you don't even have to speak on. People just gonna see, like, man, like he or she, like they really doing it. Like they really changing. They really putting in the work. They really doing the thing. And it will also motivate and encourage others through your efforts, through your character, through your change, through your determination, through your willingness. You can also help someone else through your own personal growth. Because a lot of us, here's the thing, and we know it, we procrastinate. We procrastinate. I procrastinated for a long time, saying I was going to go get out the house and go walking or find some type of, exercising to do. I procrastinated at some of the goals that I said I wanted to do. We procrastinate. And more than one thing, we procrastinate. But when you finally get to the point where you begin to defeat those doubts, defeat those fears, and you begin to push and you begin to just give yourself what you owe yourself, it becomes a very exciting place to be. Um, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons, and this is not going to be too long. Nice little interesting conversation. The pros and the cons for stimulating personal growth period. Um, I use the slogan, and y'all heard me say in one of my videos this week, like growth can be sexy when you with the right one, as I just said, because they'll see you branching out, doing new things, and feeling good about yourself and building that confidence, and also that encouragement will begin to now, you know, hopefully it begin to pour over to them and can help them, find themselves, push through their situations and recover, heal, forgive, um, deal with a lot of emotions they have in the doubt, the fear, the procrastination. You can help them as well. So I say, again, growth can be sexy when you with the right one. Of course, as I just said, which is attached to this, it's going to build intimacy. It's going to build intimacy, and that's not just with your mate. Through relationships um, that will probably off track. Now you start to have those conversations with your mother. You start to have those conversations with your sisters and your brothers and your best friends, and you start to reunite. You start to repair. You start to reconnect. It's going to build an intimacy in our friendships and our relationships. Growth is so refreshing, y'all. It's refreshing when you see, um, when you could just tell yourself, like, man, I'm detoxing. I'm detoxing. I'm moving forward. I'm no longer letting this thing hold me here. Like keep me bondage. I am trying to move. I'm trying to refresh myself. Growth is most definitely rewarding. It's rewarding because it's what you owe yourself. You owe yourself to grow. I put in my post before I did the show, I said we all can. I think I said something like we all can improve in some area of our life. And that's true. To the day we die, we can always grow in some area of our life because we are perfectly imperfect. Meaning that the more that we try to get it together, there's still going to be something else that we still going to be challenged with. So it's rewarding when you see that the work that you put in, that you dedicated, and the discipline that you have put in place, um, the discipline that you put in place, and now you begin to see the outcome of all of those things. Growth can be exciting, y'all. Growth can be, Keisha said true. I'm telling y'all, at least she said yes. I'm telling y'all, um, exciting. Growth can be exciting. It can be exciting again. That's where that confidence, that motivation, that determination, that where you just start to shuck the shoulders to be like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I did it. I'm there. I'm finally feeling good about myself. I'm no longer like in that unhappy spot. I may not be all the way there, but I'm out of the spot that I was in. Um, Growth can be fun. And here's why I say fun, because again, I always said I wanted to travel. I wanted to do this. I want to do that. Always looked at people do things that I wanted to do. I kept saying, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time off on my job. And recently I just said, you know what? We're going to live for the day. We're going to learn how to live for the day. We're going to work with the money that we got. We're going to work with the time you already got off. We're going to learn how to put time aside for myself, my kids, my family, my relationship, and set new goals, fun goals, things to do. Get outside the house, explore. I was that type of person. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I ain't used to that. Now a girl might just open up and say, I'll try that because I'm in that fun mode. I want to grow. I want to get out of that stage of I'm just used to this and that's all I know. I ain't gonna put my life on the line, nothing like that. But I may just try some new things. So growth can be fun. Um, I wrote down growth can bring comfort. And it brings comfort because the more that you grow, and this is the truth, y'all, the more that you grow, you find a sense of stability. And the sense of stability for me came when I decided I was going to gain my peace. Peace from, I don't care what area it came from. I wasn't going to deal with no more toxic. I wasn't going to deal with no more dysfunction. I was going to learn how to feel good about me. I was going to learn to strive for more happiness. I was going to learn how to make myself feel good. I was going to learn how to transition into a better place. And that has brought a sense of comfort for me because I feel like I'm in a stage of doing things for Keisha now instead of doing things for everybody else. Past relationships, I was doing what the other person needed. Helping people, I was doing what they needed. But with learning to help myself and get into that comfort place, there were some things I just had to say no to because right now I can't give myself in that way no more. Or right now I just gotta take a break, and I just gotta take a break from doing that. So growth can be comforting because you are finding a sense of stability for yourself. And the last thing I wrote down is growth feels good. It feels good. It feels good because, especially when you have the people that are patting you on the back, the people that are complimenting you. Everybody not gonna do it because some people gonna hate because they ain't trying to change, so they're gonna hate on you. But the ones that are actually applauding you, complimenting you, encouraging you to keep going, like it's gonna make you feel good. What area are you challenged? Keisha and Alicia, any question? Can y'all answer that question? What area have you challenged yourself in the last 60 days, if any? anybody that's watching. For me, I wrote down some things. I challenged myself in a couple of areas in the last 60 days. My recent one has been my health with exercise and doing a virtual workout 2 times a week. I haven't attended. Here's the thing, and God gave me this yesterday. When we are challenging ourselves and we're trying to grow, just because whatever it is has a guideline, it has a criteria that we're supposed to stick to, even though you don't, even though you don't ace it, you don't do every single thing that you're supposed to do along that guideline, that criteria, or whatever it is. Like, as long as you're not giving up, as long as you're not giving up, as long as you're still committing yourself, as long as you're still being willing, as long as you're still trying, it's okay. Because I'm in my third week of doing my health fit challenge. Well, my third week of doing my virtual 2 times a week classes, but I haven't my third week, but I haven't attended every class. But I'm still doing it. I'm seeing benefits, even though I haven't had the chance to attend all of the classes, I still see benefits. So through that, it makes me feel good. So let's not beat ourselves up sometimes when we fall off, because we're not going to get it all the first time. We're not going to get it all the second or third time. For some people, it's going to be quick. For some people, it's going to take a long time. But let's not beat ourselves up, when we don't ace everything. As long as you see that growth, as long as you see that growth um, forming, it's good. Keisha said, yes, I love the participation, y'all. I've been She hasn't been spending money on unnecessary things. Yes, Keisha. Yes, girl. That's on my list. I'm about to get there. That is on my list. Budget. I have been budgeting. I have been budgeting. So I'm gonna get there in a minute, Keisha. Don't let me forget. So the pros, those were the pros. Here are some of the cons that come along with it. Some of the cons that come along with it are growth is very challenging. And it's challenging because it's something like, as Keisha just said, not spending money on unnecessary things. Even with that, we have to create the mindset to tell ourselves, I'm not going to do that no more. And then after we create that mindset to do it, now we have to inflict the discipline. We have to discipline ourselves that when we get that extra money and we see it in the bank account and we seeing it laying around, no, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna do that. So growth can also be very challenging because you have to build discipline. It can be difficult. Here's why it can be difficult. It can be difficult, back to what I said before, because people may disconnect from you. You may Your growth may separate you, may divide, or may distance you from friends or family, um, because they're not in that same mindset as you, as change, determination, motivation, transforming, um, something new, tired of the old in with the new, so it can be difficult. It can be discouraging as well. Um, Growth can definitely be hard. As I just said, it can be hard because even when you set the goal for yourself, you may not ace everything the way that it's supposed to be. Even with me and Keisha, we're trying to not spend money on unnecessary things. We may slip. We may do good for a week or two, but then we may find ourselves, I fell off track. But guess what? That's just another way for you to just say, you know what? I messed up last time. I got to work a little harder. And then that's your chance to kind of like create new ways that can help you not do that again. At least that's what I do. When I slip, I always say, you know what? So now it's time for me to put a stronger discipline method in effect so that I don't slip back into that. And as I said, you may go through it 2, 3 times, 4 times. Everybody has their limit, but we know when our limit of doing it is too much for us. And then the last time, what I already said is growth can be discouraging. One of the things that God gave me, and I had thought about it, but then yesterday I seen a post on Facebook, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this, and I want to say this. I put it on my page. I recently prayed, maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago. I prayed because I have a lot to share. Especially to the youth, but to the women that are really trying to grow. The women are really challenged, struggled, motivated, determined, all of those wonderful things like that really want to step into a new era. You want to, birth a new you. You want to commit yourself to this journey. You want to commit yourself to this self-discovery phase. Like that's my number one goal is to help those women. I don't care if it's one woman. I don't care who it is. Um, that's my goal. But here's the challenge with me growing. Um, Sometimes as a motivator, a leader, someone that has taken the role of encouraging, empowering, and all those wonderful things, it can be challenged because you have those people that may ask, well, who does she think she is, or who do he think he is, that they can advise this or tell this. And what I recently began to tell people last week is that you want to know how I can deliver the stuff that I say and why I can be so transparent and why I can be so real on any platform that I do is because I've put in the work for it. And because I know that it works. If you commit yourself, I know that it works. If you build the discipline, I know that it works. If you're serious, I know that it works. If you're willing, I know that it works if you really want change. And I know that it works if you include God in the process. Because I was once that person that doubted myself in so many different ways, whether that was me getting over past relationships, if I could ever be let go of my trust issues in a relationship like I have in my previous one, if I could ever reestablish relationships with my mother, of letting go of things that I may have endured being raised by my grandparents, whether I could rebuild relationships with my sisters, or whether best friends, just me forming as myself, just growing to be a person that wants to encourage, a person that want to help. I've dealt with my challenges with those things. And that's how I can be so real. That's how I can say the things that I say, because I know that if you commit yourself to the process and you're serious about it, you'll get the outcome that you dreamed. You'll get the outcome that you want. Um, but you have to remember the words that I said: challenging, difficult, hard, and discouraging. It's going to come. So, one of the things that I'm challenged with is speaking truth that I was challenged with. And I had to pray about it. I was challenged with speaking truth and people feeling as though she may think she's better, or she may feel that she don't know what she's talking about. But God confirms everything that I always present in any video. God confirms it. I don't speak on it unless God confirms it. And the reason why I speak on the things that I speak about is because I talk to women about these issues. I talk to men about the issues that I do on Love Talk with Keisha, that I do videos about. I have conversations about these things. So I know that these are things that women and men, especially women, because that's where my whole empowerment is, are struggling with. But here's the thing: people don't want to talk about. I could easily get on Love Talk with Keisha and talk about something. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of views that everybody gonna jump on. But guess what? It's probably not gonna help you grow. It's probably not gonna help you become a better person. We probably gonna all laugh and have jokes about it. That's not me. I'm the girl that wants to help you grow. I'm the girl that's wanna pour into you. I'm the girl that wants to be an example and a model to say, if I can do it, you can do it too. So that has been with me finding my place in what I do. And I've been doing this since my son passed away. I've been doing this almost 6 years. But I see myself growing better and better. I hear people tell me, Keisha, I see you on YouTube. Didn't you know people was watching me on YouTube? You know, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. they applaud me of the things that I talk about because I know that they're necessary. And one of the things with growing, also another key. One of the things with growing is you can't worry about what everybody thinks. You can't worry about what people think you should be doing or where you should be at. You have to allow God to confirm those things for you. You have to allow God to lead and guide you. Like I said, everything that I talk about, God has already confirmed it. As I told you, as I said on my Facebook page, when I said I'm back, I'm going live, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But I prayed about it and I went to bed. When I woke up, looked at my phone, God gave it to me. Next day, got on the computer, started researching. There it was. Rest of my information I needed. It's confirmed. So with me growing, um, bring challenges of being the person that I am. It's not easy to it's not easy uh, to feel confident in yourself, but then other people look at you and be judgmental because of your deliverance. But here's the thing: I know that my deliverance is not harsh. My deliverance is true. My deliverance um, is that way because I want people to know that you have to do the work for yourself. Like we can pray all day, we can ask God do this, do that, but if we don't put in the work, if we don't do the work that we're supposed to do, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. So nothing's gonna happen. So we have a part to do, and that's just the challenges that come along with me being the person that I am. Because here's the thing: when you've been the type of person like my past has been, I was all over the place. I was out there. I was doing this. I was doing that. I couldn't break away from the crowd. I never was the type of person to fit in, but I was the type of person where I was just out there doing my own thing, and you know something else God gave me last night. He said, Keisha, you know what? What I need you to realize is that I needed you to go. I could not be the Keisha, the Coach K, the leader, the mentor, the speaker, none of that. If God didn't shift me through my lessons of my strongholds, of my past challenges. God put that on my heart last night. I said, you know what? If I wouldn't have went through the things I went through in my relationships, if I didn't challenge myself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, um, physically, I would not be able to be the effective Keisha that I am today. So I say to somebody that when you are growing, take in those lessons, take in those hard times, take in those challenging times, because whatever your aim is that you're trying to reach, God knows that I need you to go through this so that when you reach that place, that desired place that you want to be, you're gonna be ready, and you're gonna be able to stand tall. Nobody's words are gonna knock you down. Nobody's opinion gonna knock you down because you're gonna be confident and you're gonna understand what your mission is, and you're gonna be good. And that's the place that I'm in. Even though the things that I may say and I may talk about, can be sometimes challenged for others to perceive and take in. You know, I just pray. Like I told one of my friends today, like at least I know that right now somebody may not be interested in stimulating personal growth, but maybe down 2 3 months down the line, you can say, you know what? Keisha talked about that on Love Talk with Keisha. Let me go back. Let me view that. You could always go back and find it on my page. So it may not be for you right now, but later down the line, it's something that you may could use in your personal life to help you advance, to help you grow and become a better person. And that's what I like to achieve. So I want to move on. I want to talk about one of the things that I want to talk about is the myths of social media. And this came to me yesterday through a post that I seen, and I also posted and I also put up my page. Here's what the post says: social media has made us so eager to show and tell, but there is beauty in privacy. Everything isn't meant to be on this display. It's pretty fine to keep some things for you. And we was talking about this, I think at work, And then I saw this and I was like, man, I'm about to include that in Love Talk with Keisha. And here's the thing, I call it myths of social media. Social media has us women to think that we have to have big breasts, a big butt, we have to be snatched, we have to, you know, we just have to be this certain image because that's what we see everybody else doing. That is so false. And here's the thing with social media, if you are not in a good spot with yourself, you have self esteem problems, you have insecurity problems, you're already feeling bad and unhappy about yourself. Hmm. Social media can cause you to feel even worse about yourself because you're looking at people present a lot of times what's not even their true self. And now you're jealous, you're doubting yourself. Man, I wish I could look like that. Man, I wish I could feel like that. Man, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could have that. But in reality, not saying everybody, because some people do present their true self on social media, but some people don't. And it causes people to, doubt themselves. So if you are not in a good spot with yourself, then one of the things that I would suggest is that you fall back off social media. Um, if you're at that point where social media is really conflicting your decisions and your actions, I would suggest fall back on social media. And here's the thing I had to think about. I've heard a couple of my coworkers say, Jenkins, I wasn't able to watch you. And I think that's why I started posting to YouTube because some of my friends would say, girl, I had to take a break from social media. Like I just had to take a break from social Facebook. I gotta take a break from Instagram. And I really didn't understand why they were saying it. And I said, you know what? Okay, you can watch me on YouTube. And that's how I came along with the YouTube. And that's why I'm moving forward with YouTube because people are falling away from social media because the image that social media is giving us. Again, I call it the myths of social media. You don't have to have big butt, big chest, be snatched, this and that. No. You can advance, you can sense your beauty, you can identify yourself just as you are. But if you are that type of person where you are falling in the trap of doubting and feeling bad about yourself, maybe social media is not the best place for you to do because it will interfere with you being able to obtain the growth that you need. Because that's what we're talking about, stimulating personal growth. We have a couple of minutes left, and I'm moving right on track. Here are some of the things. Myths of social media, and this is what I wrote down. Myths of social media can make you depressed. They can make you feel insecure about yourself. They can make you unhappy with yourself. They can make you doubt yourself, and they can make you confused. And here's what God just gave me. If you choose to stay on social media, find something healthy. Find a healthy group. There are all types of groups. Find a healthy group. Find a healthy club. Something that's pouring into you. Delete people from your pages. Block people that may enter. It's your page. You can do whatever you want to do. But use it in a way that it can help you form growth and not make you feel bad about yourself. Um, I was talking about some ways earlier. I told Keisha I was going to get to this. Some ways that I have been challenging myself over the last 60 days. It's been mainly health, but some of the other ways that I've been challenging myself physically, it has been my 90-day health fit challenge, which is about to end October 1st, and I'll be sharing some updates with you on that. Mentally, it's been disciplining myself. Basically, more so with tolerance, not getting upset when things don't go my way, not getting upset when I'm frustrated. Emotionally, I've been challenging myself to grow, to sustain my peace. And then financially, as Keisha said, I have been challenging myself to have a better budget um, for myself. So those are just some things. And we have 15 minutes left. And wrapping up, I want to talk about. I found this on found this on the internet. 14 ways to stimulate personal growth. And some of them really stood out. I was like, okay, I like them. The first one says, know yourself. And I'm going to read it just from the paper. It says, know yourself. Self knowledge is not just about knowing your likes and your dislikes, it's about knowing who you truly are as a person, how you look at life, how you interact with others, what fires you up, what leaves you shaking, what gets your heart pumping. A person who sincerely knows who they are shines with confidence. That was the first one. The second one that I chose was surround yourself with beautiful people. Okay. I'm talking about inner beauty, of course. People that make you see the world in a new way. This is growth, as we're talking about. We're growing. People that do extraordinary things. People that know your qualities and what you love to rub off on you. Kindness, compassion, bravery, and your drive. People that have a story to tell, gifts to share, and lessons to teach. Positive things that we can grow from and grasp from. The third one is rid yourself of people who bring you down. Don't we all have those? Okay. Another one was three things. I like this one. This is something that really stood out to me. Three good things practice. This is a three good thing practice. Each day, write down three good things that happen throughout the day or three things that you are thankful for. It can be as simple as I'm thankful for a warm, sunny day. And I was like, wow, that's something I'm about to start inflicting in my own life. Another one was avoid comparing yourself to what you see on social media. So true. Here's the thing. I'm gonna read this. It says, "Here's the thing about social media. It's it's a clipped, cropped, and cultivated presentation of who we are. Presentation of who we are. It's not really who we are. We we false present the best of ourselves. We filter and tweet what we want to see, and to be honest, it's perfectly okay. It's no different to quickly cleaning your house when someone says they're dropping by. We like to present ourselves in the best light. The key is to be mindful that this is what everyone is doing. Okay? Some people, as I said, are presenting their true selves. They're good and they're bad. For me, my pages, you see the good, you see the bad, but for the most part, my Facebook is used for inspiration. So when you scroll through Facebook, know that all those updates, photos, and comments have been carefully considered. And when we compare ourselves, we have a tendency to compare to the worst of ourselves to the best of everyone else. Not that you should compare in the first place, but it's not a fair comparison. The funny thing is, people are probably comparing themselves to you. It's not a healthy pastime. If there's someone you find you can't help but weigh yourself against, unsubscribe from those posts for a while. You'll still you'll still be friends, but you'll stop seeing their updates. The three good thing exercise and knowing yourself will help in this situation. Whether it's a public blog or a private journal, writing is a therapeutic outlet for your thoughts. It's totally up to you what you do and how you do it. And I thought that that was very good with describing social media. Um, Another one that I chose is meet new people. If you're shy or introverted, this will serve as you getting outside of your comfort zone. Spending time with new people will broaden your horizons and open up new adventures and opportunities in your life. Unsure of how? Friends of friends is always good to start. Get yourself involved in parties, strike up a conversation at the gym, introduce yourself to the person you always see at the favorite park or beach, ask to share a table with a stranger at a busy cafe. The next one I chose was declutter. We get emotionally attached to stuff. When we finally purge and rid ourselves of all the clutter you're hoarded over a lifetime, you feel empowered. It's freeing. You can donate it, put it in the bin, do whatever. Be especially mindful of what you bring into your own life and future. And this is something when I was saying earlier about is confidence, finding peace and stability. I had to declutter. I had to eliminate. I had to eliminate things. I had to declutter. I had to detox. Another one that they mentioned was turn off the TV. Um, Spend that time learning something new instead, and that's something I just recently started doing. I find myself not watching as much TV as I used to, and I'm researching things. I'm looking up things. I'm trying to learn things that I don't know. Um, that's another one that I liked, and that was the last one. No, and the last one was get a hobby. Hobbies serve a multitude of purposes. You learn a new skill, it's usually a creative or physical outlet. It often introduces you to new people. It gets you out of that comfort spot. It's usually an achievement of something you've always wanted to do or try, and it gives you something interesting to talk about when you meet new people. Being passionate about something different is cool. Passionate people are interesting, and it doesn't even matter what the passion is. It's energizing to talk to someone who has a real, who is real excited about the love that they do. So those were just some, a couple of ways that we can stimulate our personal growth. Um, yeah, just some ways that we can stimulate our personal growth. I talked about a lot of things tonight to stand out as far as growth, why growth is important. Um, the pros, mostly the pros, want to focus on mostly the pros of growth, but you have to realize that there's some cons that come along with it. So just um, push. I encourage everybody, as I always do, like you got to push, you got to start somewhere. Um, and as I always said, even when you get that thing right, it's going to be something else that we're going to need to do. We're not ever going to get to a point where we're good at everything. It's always going to be something that we need to strive better at. So just continue to pursue, continue to push, continue to find that perseverance, to, like keep going. Like I think one of the most exciting things about the place that I am today is to know that I challenge myself in ways in which I was scared. Um, that's the most exciting thing. Like all the time, I could tell myself, like, Keisha, you doing it because I doubted that I had the strength to push past relationships. I doubted myself that I could let go and let God direct me and say, God, if this is meant for me, then bring it. I know that you'll bring it back. I know that you'll repair it. I know that you'll rebuild it. Um, it was challenging to get to a place where I learned how to trust God for tolerance and peace and stability. Um, right now, and I wrote down somewhere, like right now, I'm in a place where I am real particular about my environment. I'm real particular about my environment. I'm real particular about my surroundings because here's the thing at any moment, the people that we surround ourselves with and the people that our environment can take us off track at any moment. Simple example like I curse. I'm not exempt from cursing. But if I'm around somebody that curses all the time, I'll slip into that. You know, um, that's just one example. So I have to watch who I hang around because if their mouth is as bad, I can find myself because I'm trying to break from cursing and getting upset and getting frustrated. When I'm upset, I gotta break around from being around people who do that because I'll slip back in place. And I'm just being honest with mine. But that's just an example. So we have to be mindful of certain things. We have to be mindful of certain things. And I'm just making sure I said everything that I needed to say. Again, I hope this Love Talk with Keisha was empowering, inspiring, and encouraging to you. I always try, as I say, I'm not here to get 50 million views over something that we can laugh and joke about. I'm here to get whatever the views are, where we can learn together and we can grow together and we can become better people, and heal and grow together, transform into who God has called us to be. Because here's one thing that I realized, and I said this on my page this week as well. A lot of things that I endured growing up, I had nobody to tell me that that was wrong. I had nobody to say, try it this way. I had nobody to render the advice. So I always promise myself, and I promised myself years ago, when I get there, I'm going to help somebody else. And I also promised God that if He got me to this place of recovering and healing and getting my strength, that I would spend the rest of my life and I would dedicate myself to do what I do today. So that's why I do what I do. So I hope that what I've shared has been helpful on so many different ways. Keisha says yes, it was really helpful. I'm so glad, for Keisha and Alicia, y'all always tuning in. Like I said, I don't care if I'm on this live by myself. I always tell myself, girl, they can go back and replay it. They might not want you to see they watch it. They might want to watch it after you end the live. You know, but I do it anyway. I do it anyway. And as you can see, I'm learning. Um, Tonight I learned. I test my pen skills. Um, I have. I'll be doing my next. I want to say this before I also leave before we pray. My next Love Talk with Keisha Saturday show will be. Let me get my calendar right. Will be on. Will be on. I believe the 25th will be Saturday. My next Love Talk with Keisha will be September the 25th at 4 o'clock. I am moving into, I'm going to have I'm going to be interviewing my first couple, y'all. I'm going to be interviewing my first couple, a good friend of mine. I'm going to be interviewing her and her husband, and um, they're going to be sharing their views on marriage. Um, I'm asking them to share like how they met and the different things about marriages too. If you're like me and you want to get married, but I can't learn from somebody that's not married. I need to learn from somebody that's married. So they're going to come and they're going to talk about marriage, give us the goods and the bad, the challenges about marriage, and share a little bit about their marriage, how they met, and some good things. So I'm excited to move forward with having my first couple come to the show on the 25th at 4 o'clock. So stay tuned for that in about 2 weeks. That's going to happen. And I'm also looking for more guests. I am looking for more guests to come and share your story. You don't have to be there. You could be going through. Um, you can want to talk it through. Whatever it is, I will help you. I coach to do this. I coach for free, no charge, but I coach you for an interview. Also, if that's what you need, I can coach you a month before your interview. If you just don't have it to dive right into it, I can help you with that. But here's the thing: I believe that we all have a story, we all have a testimony. Even if you feel that I don't want to interview for an hour. I may only want to do at least 30 minutes. We could do 30 minutes. I could chop it up in 30 minutes. Whatever you can share that will pour into and encourage and uplift another woman or another man, I'm willing to work with you and help you accomplish that goal. So thanks tonight for again tuning in to another Love Talk with Keisha. I do want to end with this scripture before I close. This is a scripture that I have taped to my all of my planners. It's in my car over my visor. It's on my where I do my hair. It's on the wall. I see this every day, all the time. And it is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and to not harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And read the scripture because this is Love Talk with Keisha, the healing stage. And I will close by saying that God knows where you're going to end up, but you have to adhere to the process that is needed. You have to do your part and you have to trust Him, um, that He will restore your hope, that He will restore your confidence in yourself, and that you will gain the strength to endure the process. Um, and with God's help, you can get there. All we need to do is do the work. So why not do the work together? Okay. I am going to pray again. I thank you for watching another Love Talk with Keisha, and I love you guys. Dear God, I come to you once again just to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the words. Thanking you for giving me the mindset to deliver this message on stimulating personal growth. I pray that whoever needs it will come across this message. I pray that the ones watching this Love Talk with Keisha may challenge themselves more than ever to do what they need to do to become better, be better, and see a better result of themselves. I pray that you may continue to pour into me, that you may continue to download into me, to deliver what it is that you may have me to say. I ask that you continue to watch over all of our families, protect our children, um, lead us, guide us in every way possible. I pray that you may continue to equip us with the necessary tools and resources that we need to become better people. I pray that we may all get to a place where we can feel happy about ourselves, that we may feel confident about ourselves, that we may maybe feel free of judgment from anybody that may sway opinions against us. I pray that we all may strive for better growth in every area of our life. I pray that we may eliminate the thoughts, the opinions, the judgments of others that are not even trying to do what we're trying to do in our personal life. I pray that our growth will will fall over and may help someone else, step up to the plate and also cause them to be a better person. I ask you once again just to continue to watch over us, just continue to lead us, continue to guide us, and continue to protect us in every form and every way that we need to be. These requests I ask in your name. Amen. Okay. Thanks again, Keisha and Alicia. I love you guys. And I will see you next time. Enjoy and good night.